Welcome to another edition of Arizona Wildcats Insiders Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Hutchison. And yes, we are in the middle of the college football season. Arizona's about to face Houston on Saturday as the Wildcats try to get back on track. They're sitting at 4-2 and coming off a very underwhelming, well, not underwhelming, overall very good performance, but a disappointment against number 18 BYU, then ranked 18 BYU, who's 6-0 now in the Big 12. The Cats held a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, 24-14. Kedrick Reesino broke off the 36-yard touchdown run on 4th and 1. And to be honest, at that point, I thought the game was over. I thought it was done. I thought you could put the nail in the coffin for BYU, stick a fork in them. I thought they were cooked. But nope, the Cougars battled back. They did what they do under Coach Sadaki his whole entire career there. They've been through the grinds. They've been through the battles. They calmly negotiated 10 points there in the fourth quarter. Had the game-tying touchdown with 19 seconds left. Arizona went into overtime, took a knee with 19 seconds, and that was it. BYU went on to win in double overtime, 33-27. Cat fans leave very disappointed after being up by 10 points on an undefeated team, and you could almost taste the AP Top 25. You could almost taste a chance at a Big 12 championship game, and that is slipped by the wayside. Now, Arizona will go on the road facing 5-1 Houston. Yes, the Houston Cougars are 5-1, but they haven't been an impressive 5-1. They struggled against a winless Oregon State team. They had to come back in the fourth quarter. They struggled against Oklahoma State. This is not a good Houston team sitting at 5-1. They're decent defensively. They got some edge rushers. They got some good defensive linemen. Offensively, they're kind of atrocious. They're not very good. They're okay. So this is a golden opportunity for Arizona to bounce back, have a statement win, and just dog walk them, smack them, win by double digits. All of a sudden, you're sitting at 5-2, and it's looking okay. You look like you are about to get to a bowl game, but this is almost a must-win game for the Wildcats on the road. That would snap a losing streak on the road. They haven't won on the road since Utah of last year. They've lost, I think, about 4 or 5 straight on the road. And all those, they got smacked in. So it's time for Brett Brennan and company to put together a good game plan on the road, show up for a road game. Don't get blown out early. Don't fall down 14-0, 22-0, 15-2, nothing like that. You cannot fall behind by double digits early in the first quarter. Put together a good performance and walk out of Houston with a win, because that's what Arizona needs in order to get to a bowl game. Now, we'll have more coverage of Arizona football all week long. We'll have game predictions. We'll have bowl watch. We'll have all sorts of stuff revolving around Arizona football. However, you can start to hear the ball bouncing in Tucson, Arizona, smell of the court, the smell of the crowd, the nets. It's almost college basketball season. Arizona's 19 days away from opening up the college basketball season against Florida in Las Vegas. And man, what a showdown is it going to be. Just recently, the AP Top 25 preseason Top 25 came out. 6 teams from the Big 12 ranked in the top 25. 6 teams from the SEC ranked in the top 25. If you ask me, there's no doubt who the best 2 conferences are. It's the Big 12 and SEC. And if you really ask me who the best conference is, it's the Big 12. This is a gauntlet of a conference. Night in, night out, you're challenged. Not only is it the ranked teams, Cincinnati's going to be better. Central Florida is going to be better. West Virginia basketball is going to be better. Those teams have been good in the past. Kansas State, I know they were dog crap last year, but traditionally they're a good program, and their coaches coach them to an Elite Eight. There's a lot of great talent in the Big 12, and it's going to be a gauntlet night in and night out. But let's get to the AP Top 25 real quick. By no surprise, in my opinion, opening up the season at number 1 is Purdue. I personally would have had Purdue, but no shock there. They've done a tremendous job over the last several years, over the last 15 years, of building up that program. That is one elite program there. Houston comes in at number 2. That's the first Big 12 team. The Houston Cougars, in my opinion, were the best team in the country last year. I think they're the best team in the country this season, and Calvin Sampson has his team rolling. Now, we're not going to go over the whole entire top 25, but I do want to go over the top 4. Florida comes in at number 3. Arizona's going to be playing Florida, defending national champs. They lost a lot from the team a year ago, but they gained a lot in the transfer portal. They gained a lot in the recruiting class. They have a very good head coach. They're going to be a monster to deal with. And then number 4, UConn. Arizona travels to UConn, travels to historic Connecticut to take on the Huskies. Dan Hurley, tremendous coach. They've won back-to-back national championships 2 years ago. They have great players. It's a great fan base. It's a great atmosphere. They're one of the blue bloods of college basketball. It is going to be a freaking battle watching Arizona at UConn. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Now, let's get into the Big 12. You have BYU coming in at number 8. I think that's a little too high for a young BYU Cougars team. Kevin James is a tremendous coach. I think he's Kevin James, that's a UPS guy. Kevin Young is a tremendous head coach, very offensive-minded. Loved him when he was a Phoenix Suns assistant. They have their program rolling. Texas Tech, that's who I would have had at number 8. They do a tremendous job there. Have a lot of the team coming back from a year before where they battled to get to an Elite 8, trying to get to an Elite 8. They're going to be a menace to mess with this season. Then you have Arizona at 13. I probably would have put Arizona around 12, 10 to 12 mark. So 13, not too bad. Iowa State comes in at number 16. Always tough. Always going to be a menace to mess with. Great home court advantage. Very physical team. They shoot the 3-ball well, but they know how to play physically. Then Kansas rounding it out for the Big 12. Bill Self, what more can you say? I don't think this is an extremely talented Kansas team. They're going to be well coached. They have enough talent to get it done. I don't see them winning the conference this season, just like they didn't win it last season. But they're going to be difficult to deal with. They're going to be a monster at home, and they're going to win some games that they shouldn't. And the Big 12 is going to be an absolute tremendous conference to watch. It's going to be gauntlet, night in and night out. But those are the Big 12 teams right now. Arizona plays Florida. They play UConn. They also play number 15, Alabama. I skipped one here. Number 12, UCLA, and that historic rivalry. Sorry, Andy Katz, that's still a top 5 rivalry. Shame on you for not having that one. And then you're also going to play number 20, Auburn. The Auburn Tigers. No Bruce Pearl. Coming to Tucson. That's going to be a tremendous game. And San Diego State. The AP poll is loaded with talent. The AP is loaded with SEC and Big 12 teams. And Arizona has one of the toughest schedules in college basketball. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially non-conference games against ranked teams, plus the 6 in the conference. Again, I think Cincinnati can hover around there. I think West Virginia can hover around there. So maybe those teams sneak in. A Baylor can hover around the top 25 for sure. I don't know why I didn't mention them with Scott Drew. They're going to be very tough and talented. TCU, maybe, with Jamie Dixon. I mean, this is going to be an absolute brawl, night in, night out. That's the AP top 25. Arizona opens up the season against Florida November 3rd, but this weekend, Saturday, 2 p.m., Tucson, Arizona versus St. Mary's in an exhibition game. This has never been done before. They've done private practices, private scrimmages, but now with the new NCAA rules, teams like Arizona, UCLA, and all these great teams can play D1 programs. You can schedule St. Mary's. You can schedule New Mexico if you want to. This is going to help out Arizona tremendously. You get a tough opponent to really get things going and give you a measuring stick for the upcoming season and to fine-tune some stuff. That's going to have, I don't want to say an NCAA tournament feel, but that's going to have a big-time game feel. And it's going to be exciting to watch. Be sure to follow us, Arizona Wildcats, on SI as we continue to bring you coverage. Check out our Twitter account, at Arizona Wildcats on SI, or follow me, Troy Hutchison, at THutch1995, and we'll see you next time.